And this is what you see. This is the GJRB February 2017 calendar. Okay, now what you see here are programs that are regularly scheduled underneath this music shows. All right. Underneath talk shows, you're not seeing anything, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Nostalgia, same way. Okay. The only programs that are listed are the programs that are scheduled in the regularly scheduled time slot. Okay, this is February. I want to show you January. Okay, here's January. Okay. January starts with the Best of the Gjrb Wrestling Program, our year-end review. Okay. Then we start with regular programming. The Positive Rock Show, the first of every month. The first of every month, except for this month. This would be over here, but I'm taking a 2-week vacation. After I get done with our Christmas programming and the last Christmas jukebox show, I'm going to take 2 weeks off. And that's to get relaxed a little bit, get things ready to go for the new season and the new programming for 2017. Okay, now, when we get back on the air, like I said before, the Positive Rock Show, emerging Mondays. Brand new music in the second hour. Then you see music shows, but you do not see the title of the music show. I'll tell you why that is. Because here is the music shows lined up. Okay? Right here. The music shows lined up. All right? It starts with, in this order. And this is how it's going to go all the time. GJRB Music and Gary J in the Afternoon are always together. Okay? Then the next time we have a music show, it's going to be Smooth Jazz, Smooth Afternoon. Okay? Then the next time we have a music show will be Bluegrass Jubilee. Okay, see how that's going? Up the page, the Best of Jazz. Crooners. Swing Time. Swing Time Favorites. Okay? Gary J's Blues House. Gary J's Good Times, Great Oldies Show. Because rhythm and blues started rock and roll. Right? Blues. Country. Rock and roll. Gary J's Good Times, Great Oldies Show. 50s and 60s rock and roll. Great program. Looking forward to doing that. That's not going to start until we get into March. That's going to start in our GJRB Spring Spectacular schedule. Okay? And I'll be promoting that heavily when we get into that point. Probably about mid-January, I'm going to start working on promos for those so they can get up on the program schedule. All right. Then we go into rock worship, which leads into, that's our worship program. That's our Christian rock worship program. That's our worship program where we do rock versions of very popular worship songs sung in churches across America. Great program. We've been doing that for I don't know how many years. It's a great show. I love doing this program. It's been on the air since before we even started Spreaker. I had it going on my 9-foot FM signal before then on Positive Rock 87.7 back on my 9-foot signal. But now we moved that station to 88.9. And it's with KGRB on our 9-foot signal. And it's KPRR, Positive Rock 88.9. But that's beside the point. Positive Rock Show, middle program. Now, as I said before, this is how it's going to go. All right? This is a main program. This is a main program. Bottom top. Okay? All right? Then we have these programs. Okay? Do main programs here. Okay? Do main programs here. Programs here. And then the programs in the middle of the page, the Positive Rock Show. Okay, there's the main program. I worked my way through that list, bottom and top of the list. Descending order, ascending order. Okay, see what I mean? Descending order, work our way up. Again, music show. Each time a music show's on, GJRB Music, Gary J in the Afternoon. Smooth Jazz, Smooth Afternoon. Bluegrass Jubilee, the Best of Jazz. Crooners, Swing Time. You know what I mean? Gary J's Blues House. Good Times, Great Oldies Show. Just be Blues House. We're going to premiere Blues House in the beginning of the Spring Spectacular because that's a show that's been on the air, but for some apparent reason, we lost the first show. I was on the original computer way back when I had the old Dell. That's gone. So I'm just starting that program over again. Okay? That's all I'm doing. It's a brand new show again. Starting it all over again. The Positive Rock Show. Okay? And then we go, that's the middle program. We meet in the middle. And we start all over again at the top. So these programs will get frequent runs. And like I said before, just because you don't see programs in this schedule in the middle here doesn't mean we're not going to have any. Because when we start the 45-minute air talent plan, I plan on broadcasting as much as I can. So a lot of programs will be on more often. We're going to have them scheduled more often. Okay? And what you see here is just the regularly scheduled programs that we have in the list. Okay? Other than that, we'll have them all rotated, so a lot of the programs will get their mark on the air. We'll always get their spot on the air. The first Gary Russell program will be on the 17th, followed by Way Out There. That follows that list of the talk shows. Okay, that follows the list of the talk shows. Gary Russell program is the main show. As you see, I got that bolded for a reason. It's under the bold for a reason, because that program, I can add shows at random whenever I'm ready. Okay? Way Out There, Gary J's Sports Page, which is on every other Saturday, in rotation with Swing Time Favorites, Gary J's Radio and Television and Movie Classics, and we start all over again at the top. Now, each program schedule is going to be that way. And we're going to just do things that way. What you see here is what's going to happen. And a lot of times, the same thing here. I want to make an announcement that the nostalgia program here, under that cycle, is going to start from the beginning there. Crooners and Gary J's Radio, Television, and Movie Classics. We're going to have an additional program set up in January, and it's going to fall in that cycle. Now, what's going to happen is that's going to work its way into a random schedule. That means that after a while, I probably won't even have a schedule update podcast unless something major happens that results in any program schedule changes that are on the list. I've got an operation coming up. I don't know what's happening with that yet. I'll let you know. I got that coming up this coming Tuesday. I have an appointment. So we'll deal with that. And when I deal with that, I will get on the air on a Gary Russin program and talk about it. And I'll explain to you what's going to happen. At that point, what will be is that all programs are going to be randomly broadcast. Okay, it will be randomly broadcast until I get to that Spring Spectacular. Now, as I said before, what's going to happen is all these programs are going to get meshed into a random schedule. I got this idea from watching Pluto TV. Their classic channel doesn't have all their programs in a normal schedule from what I can see. They kind of like cycle it around a lot. And what I'm going to do there is I'm going to just cycle my programs. They're going to get cycled. And to a point where it's going to be random programming. Now, a lot of the programs will get on the air, and when I get the 45-minute plan, it's called Air Talent. Okay? That's called Air Talent. And that is on the Spreaker. I'm planning on getting this. Okay? I'm planning on getting this. Matter of fact, let's go to the Spreaker site for a minute. We'll go to Spreaker site and show you. We'll go right here, the Spreaker site and show you. Under the plan and pricing, you see Air Talent. $4.99 a month. I'm planning on getting this. Lori and I have discussed it. It's going to go into play. $40.99 a month, or $5 a month, $49 annually, or $50 a month. I'd like to do the $50 annually, and be able to have it for the full year is what I'd like to do. But if we're going to do it this way, fine. I don't know if we're always going to be on that. She forgets to reload for the next month. But I'm hoping we can do this. It's 45 minutes of unlimited nonstop broadcasting. That will mean that I don't have to wait for a countdown. Okay, I can go on and use both mixers. The studio mixer and the Spreaker web-based mixer. And I can continuously broadcast. Okay, 100 hours of programming. 100 hours of storage. That means that I can pack this thing up with all my programming for like probably 2 months until I run out. Okay, when I start running out, the programs will get deleted. Those programs that get deleted will then be in the cycle rotation for regular for broadcast days. You know, they'll get repeated. Okay, and sometimes what I'll do is I'll re-upload some of those programs too. Then we got the basic, I don't know what they call analytics. I don't know exactly what that means. Then we have embedded player that stays. Multiple shows. I'll be able to put as many shows on as I want. I can still chat while streaming. I'll have my, I'll connect to external, ad-free pages. There'll be pages with no ads on them. I don't get a pre-roll, although I wish they changed it. I'd love to have a pre-roll, but I'm not going to get one. And then extra visibility. I don't get either. But eventually down the line, because I do play the lottery on occasion, if I were to get the big lottery jackpot, I would probably go for this $49 one. That's over 1,000 hours of storage, 5 hours of broadcast. I'd love to have this one. Because I would also get embedded player in multiple shows, but I would also get pre-roll and extra visibility, which means I'd be able to promote this show a whole heck of a lot more often. And it would really be nice if I could do that. But like I said before, it all depends on the situation at hand. It all depends on whether or not finances are good for it. Lori's, and I are trying to budget for this so that we can have expanded programming on GJRB so that we can be on more often on GJRB and be able to do this extended programming. Okay, so like I said before, that's the cycle you'll see, the way I showed you. 100 Years of Music, talk shows, nostalgia. Each of these shows get marked on the calendar. Okay. Each show will get marked on the calendar. I will still do podcast videos showing you how the calendar works and what programs will fall into place. And as soon as there's a big rhythm going on, a big rhythm of programming going on, I probably won't do as much podcast updates as I used to and videos. It'll just be programs get meshed. It'll start getting to a point where with the expanded programming, all the programs will get into that 45-minute programming with live broadcasting for 45 minutes. I'll be able to automate programming. We're going to have broadcast days, and a lot of the programming will get repeated. So you'll always have a chance to catch the programs under GJRB program. Now, what we'll do is on the days that I do, let's say, for example, GJRB Broadcast Day. GJRB Broadcast Day will just be including all the programs that we've aired already. Now, what I'll do when I have that is I post that, I'll list the programs that are going to air. Okay, I'll list the programs that are going to air and the times they air within the program. Okay, I'll have them listed so that you'll be able to go in there. And as a matter of fact, the programs actually on the broadcast days will be automated. Okay, the broadcast days will be automated. Okay, now I'm going to bring out the GJRB Spreaker Studio. Okay, that'll be this one. Okay, Spreaker Studio. As soon as it loads up, it'll come up on the screen. Just hang on a second. Let it load up here. While it's loading up, I just wanted to make a mention that the programs will be listed this way. Now, using this, go ahead and clear that. Let's just leave that open, because that's just from the last broadcast. The programs will be listed in the automated list here. All the programs will be loaded onto the automated page. When it's loaded onto the automated page, it's going to play, and it's going to get posted on the GJRB public site. So when you see the programs, they'll be listed that way. Now, all programs will air, and what will happen is every other one will have the list of the programs, because each program will run whatever length it is, 45 minutes, and then when I do I'll do the main, in that case, the main player, the main broadcast player will be this. That is the Spreaker. That's what you see here. This is the Spreaker Studio. This will be the main one will air. The next one, which is the Spreaker web-based mixer, the web-based mixer will air second, so that the web-based mixer will only continue the program that's already on the air. And then when the program changes to the next one, it'll be on this. It'll be on this thing here. So all programs will be listed on the broadcast day when it's over. So you'll know which programs are airing in reruns. So if you miss a program, you'll be able to catch it that way. And then during the other broadcast day will be just music. And it'll just be automated music. That'll be whatever songs are listed, but it'll all be automated programming. And it'll also be my voice tracking as well too. So in which case, my voice tracking, and a lot of that might be voice tracking, will probably be where we broadcast from the other player, which is automation number 2. That is this one here. That's mix. Okay, MI XXX. This is the other mixer. This will air music shows. Okay, this will air music shows. Under the auto DJ would be a list of the music being played, and if I have voice tracking, I could set it up so that it'll go like 4 seconds, and it'll segue, and I'll have my voice tracking in there, and it'll be non-stop programming. It'll be just that. It'll just be music, and a lot of times I'll have my voice tracking on there. That doesn't need to be listed on the broadcast on that. So that's going to be called GJRB Music. Okay, and GJRB Music is not going to be anything listed, because it's just the songs that I play on a regular cycle rotation. Okay, so those songs won't be listed. They'll just be the songs that I play all the time, and it will just be in the cycle rotation. So what will happen that way is that each program will air, you'll have listed, and it's going to be a lot better, and it will have more programming. So look for that. I'm kind of looking forward to doing this, and like I said before, this calendar will always see up, and then on the February calendar's up, and I'll do a calendar for March, April, May, June, however, and what will be is that I'll do a schedule update podcast at the end of each month. Usually about the last week, we'll record a podcast for the next month. We'll show you what's going to be scheduled and when we're going to be on the air. Okay? And after a while, I probably won't do that. It all depends on anything major happens. Now, like I said earlier, I might be having an operation done. I have a tumor that is growing just a little bit. It was growing in the last inch in the last appointment. And if it's a case may be where I'll have to have surgery done, I'll probably be off the air for a period of time. And I'll announce that on the Gary Russin program. So you'll know that I will not be on for a while, or that GJRB will not be on for a while. In which case, I'll try to put up something that weekend or that week that I'm going to be in surgery. I'll have a podcast up of a previous show. So there will always be something on Spreaker. Always, always. And this way, you'll always have a chance. And with the 45, and with Under Air Talent, I'll have 100 hours of space. Those programs will stay on. And you'll be able to listen to them during that time I'm off. And then when I return, I'll post an announcement that I'm back on the air. And I'll talk about the operation and stuff on my program. That's it for our GJRB Schedule Update podcast. This explains the program schedule rotation. That's what you see. And if you have any questions, just post on the GJRB TV YouTube channel. You can do that. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Subscribe to the GJRB TV YouTube channel. Now, I plan on changing the name of it. Right now, it's under Gary Russin's YouTube channel. Okay? It's under Gary John Russin right now, but I'm planning on starting a special YouTube channel for GJR, and I'm going to probably try to change the YouTube channels, but I'm going to try to change the name to GJRB TV. And that's going to be the GJRB TV YouTube channel, and you can subscribe to the GJRB TV YouTube channel, and you'll catch all our programs and videos there. Also this year, I'm planning on doing that video. Under my ongoing projects. As you remember straight last year, or late this year, Google ended their Google Plus Hangouts, as you remember straight. It ended it, remember? Well, unfortunately, that kind of screwed me up, right? You know, I can't do no more videos, and I'm not sure if I can even show videos on the air like I used to. But I'm going to see what I can do with this program. What I'm going to do is I'm going to practice. You'll see an occasional live stream. I'm going to be trying to see if I can get the Gary Russin program live streamed on YouTube again like I used to. I'm going to try to see what I can do. If we don't get to play videos, I will talk about them. Or I'll play the audio track through the radio side. Either way, we'll try to see what I can do to maybe play videos on the air. I'm not sure. We'll try to see what we can do to do that. I'm going to play around with that video on YouTube and see if I can live stream and be able to show videos. But other than that live streaming of the Gary Russin program, I'm going to work on that. Okay. At this point, just radio. But we're going to work on that video idea again. Last year's videos are still up. If you want to watch those on the GJRB TV YouTube channel, you can do that. But as for now, that's going to do it. Thanks a lot for watching the GJRB TV YouTube channel program schedule video. I'm Gary J. Russin, and this is GJRB TV on YouTube. Join me for the Gary Russin program coming up on Wednesday, live. It's the last Gary Russin program before the holidays. We're going to be on at 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock East, 1 o'clock Pacific on GJRB Online on Spreaker Radio. Until then, have a great Christmas. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone on GJRB TV on YouTube and GJRB Online listeners. We'll see you next year. Have a great Christmas. And this is what you see. This is the GJRB February 2017 calendar. Okay, now what you see here are programs that are regularly scheduled underneath this music shows. All right. Underneath talk shows, you're not seeing anything, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Nostalgia, same way. Okay. The only programs that are listed are the programs that are